The word anthology means a collection of literary pieces in a single format, like a book. I received a huge anthology of Shakespearean plays for my birthday. For the literature class, we read an anthology of Russian poems and short stories from the past few centuries. The band's biggest songs have been compiled into a CD anthology of greatest hits. Anthology, a collection of literary pieces. The word assonance means similarity of vowel sounds or repetition of vowels. We liked living on Pete Street, but the assonance of the street name always got under our skin a little. The phrase, "How now, brown cow," is a perfect example of assonance. Poets often use assonance to give their words more color and rhythm. Assonance, similarity of vowel sounds.
Asunder. The word asunder means cut apart or being apart in direction or position. The lightning struck the middle of the tree and tore it asunder. It split the old oak, dividing it into two smoking halves. When we saw the remains of the tree the next day, we were amazed at the way the bolt had completely destroyed the tree. We realized that if lightning could break a tree asunder like that, it could do a lot of damage to a person or an animal, even though a living creature probably wouldn't split in half quite like the tree. Asunder, cut apart, apart in position. Astringent. The word astringent means having a harsh or biting quality, bitter or sharp. Not long after eating food from a local street vendor, Leonard began to experience an astringent feeling in his belly. The sharp stabs in his stomach had Leonard nearly doubled over in pain. He hoped that he had not gotten food poisoning from the street vendor's food, but the astringent sting in his gut suggested otherwise. Astringent, bitter, sharp.
Rescind. The word rescind means to revoke or cancel. Unfortunately, Devin found his new job offer had been rescinded, and he was left out of work. When he arrived at the new employee orientation meeting, Devin was told that the company had canceled their job offer and would not be hiring him after all. Devin was disappointed to learn that the offer was rescinded, especially because he would now have to go on looking for another position. Rescind. To cancel. The word aria means a song performed solo, as in an opera. She sang her aria with great passion and beauty. Jake is so in love that when he hears his girlfriend speak, he feels like he's hearing a beautiful aria. I couldn't get that aria out of my head after hearing it on the radio. Aria, a solo singing performance. The word acumen means great skill, smartness. When it comes to poker, few people have as much acumen as Terry, who always finds a way to win. Dan usually shows much acumen in social situations, but he seemed strangely uncomfortable at the party this past weekend. Sarah's financial acumen was a blessing for the company, which had nearly gone out of business before she was hired. Acumen, great skill, smartness. The word atheistic means related to a disbelief in God or rejecting God's existence. Ted's brother surprised everyone with his atheistic ideas when he stated that he believed there is no God. My parents would not allow me to listen to rock music, which they believed was atheistic and sinful. Though Lexi does not have an atheistic bone in her body, she isn't preachy about her religion. Atheistic, rejecting God's existence.
Ancestry. The word ancestry means family ties or all the members of your family that came before you. Richard knew that his ancestry was filled with knights and soldiers, and he was determined to grow up and follow in their footsteps. Most people don't have such distinguished or memorable ancestry. Most people don't really know much about their relatives much farther back than their grandparents. If you were to trace your ancestry back far enough, you might find that you're related to someone famous. You might not have a family tree as noble as Richard's, but there's always someone interesting in the background. Ancestry. Family tree showing members before you.
The word antagonism means an opposition, tension, or competition between two or more things. The antagonism between them meant that they wouldn't speak to each other. If there's anything this school doesn't need, it's more antagonism between students and teachers. The antagonism between the two teams was set aside at the end of the game when they shook hands and talked to each other for a while. Antagonism, opposition, tension. Accidental. The word accidental means something that happens by chance, outside the normal course of events. Even though Greg's slip on the banana peel was accidental, he looked for someone to blame for his fall. The banana peel has been left there unintentionally, but Greg believed someone put it there on purpose, hoping he would fall. Though he never found anyone who admitted to placing the banana peel on the floor, Greg never believed his fall was accidental. Accidental, unintentional, happening by chance.
Agnostic. The word agnostic means someone who is not certain about existence of God. As an agnostic, Drew can't say for sure if God exists. Many agnostics also believe that definite answers cannot be known about religion. Though her parents have strong religious beliefs, Johanna has always tended to be an agnostic about faith and religion. Agnostics would enjoy this book because it argues that certain things can never be known for certain. Agnostic, someone who is uncertain of God's existence. Admonish. The word admonish means to scold gently, to correct in a well-meaning way. The mother admonished the baby when he asked for the knife. The children were admonished for speaking too loudly in the museum. The security guard admonished Laura for bringing food into the library. While you're admonishing me for my faults, maybe you should consider your own first. Admonish, to scold gently.
The word alias means a false name often used as a disguise. When he appeared at the conference, he used an alias instead of his real name. When movie stars check into hotels, they often use aliases so fans can't track them down. The police learned that Bob was using a variety of aliases to commit his crimes and avoid detection. Alias, a false name.